because this could be a fast-moving fire, or we could see embers that are burning into residential areas. We have a lot of large animals that are being evacuated, horses and others. Those are going to Pierce College and the Los Angeles Equestrian Center, and we have evacuation centers that are set up at Silmar Rec Center and at Sunland Senior Center as well. There's also 4, as I mentioned, both small and large animal evacuation centers. You can find a complete list of the evacuation areas if you go to lafd.org. And if people are still in areas and you need and you know somebody who needs someplace to go, please know you'll be welcomed at those evacuation centers with open arms. And you'll hear more about folks that want to give donations to help out any of the victims of this fire as well. Thank you again to our firefighters who continue to do amazing work. We know that folks who are battling the Thomas Fire with over 31,000 acres burned, 27,000 people who've been forced to evacuate, and we do have a strike team from LAFD on site there. It's a very difficult moment, but we will get through this. We proved this just over a month ago. We are a resilient city. We are a strong city. We are a capable city. And I want to thank the Unified Command and turn it over to the first of 2 fire chiefs, Chief Osby from LA County Fire, to update. When everybody's done, I'll also say words in Spanish for our Spanish media as well. Chief Osby.
Thank you, Mayor. Daryl Osby, Fire Chief of the Los Angeles County Fire Department. And just want to reiterate some of the things that the Mayor just said. Also, in addition to that, I spent the night, in addition with my counterpart from LA City, assisting the firefighters of firefight in Ventura County. And from our department, we have 4 strike teams there and a dozer team assisting Ventura. So we spent the night assisting the fire in Ventura. We got the call from LA County Fire this morning at 3:42 this morning, a Little Tujunga. We immediately dispatched a first alarm assignment. Upon arrival, we immediately got assistance from the Los Angeles County Sheriff's Department to provide immediate evacuation for the citizens at risk. I just want to re-emphasize right now, we are facing critical fire behavior in ways that people may not have experienced in the past. This is the 5th year of an ongoing drought. I know that we had some rain this year, but just enough grass crop to have flashy fuels. We have erratic wind behavior. From our department alone right now, on this incident of the Creek Fire, we have over 60 fire engines, over 400 personnel, helicopters flying to assist. To reemphasize what the Mayor just said, to our citizens, it is extremely critical that when you're asked to evacuate early. We've had experience in other fires throughout this region that when we've had fatalities, it's because people did not heed the early warning evacuations. As mentioned earlier, we're up to 4,000 acres. We're in Unified Command. As we were preparing for this press conference, we had a second start in Los Angeles County Fire Department's jurisdiction. It is the Rye Canyon, which is in Santa Clarita. We got the call at 9:32. Currently, as a second alarm assignment, it's over 20 acres right now. We've diverted 2 helicopters from this incident to assist over there at the Ferocious fire in Santa Clarita. I mentioned these helicopters right now because of the erratic winds. We're unable to fly fixed-wing aircraft right now because it's unsafe for fixed-wing aircraft. In conclusion, I've also briefed the Board of Supervisors, 3 of the supervisors in particular, but as it relates to this fire and the fire in Santa Clarita, it's the Honorable Supervisor Barger who's been briefed. She sends her regards for the safety and welfare of our citizens and our firefighters that we're able to combat this fire safely and get home safely. As I mentioned safety, right now we have no reports of any civilian fatalities or injuries. I know that on my way over here we heard of civilians or victims potentially being trapped. We have no confirmation of that. We are aware that we've lost structures. However, we're in an extreme firefight right now trying to save lives and protect property, so we do not have a count right now on the number of structures. With that being stated, I'm going to turn this over to my esteemed partner from the Los Angeles City Fire Department, Chief Ralph Terrazas.
Thank you, Chief.
been here before. Labor Day weekend, we had the Latuna fire. We're using much of the same footprint that we did for that fire here today in terms of the unified command. We have excellent partners. Everybody's doing their part, and things are working well. The messages that I want to reiterate are the evacuation message to be ready, to be set, and to go when we tell you to go. We did have a dozer rollover earlier this morning with an LAFD firefighter. He is in stable condition. He has been transported to a local trauma center. We do have red flags in effect throughout the, red flag no parking program is in effect throughout the city in the brush fire areas. Although the focal point is here right now, we are at risk throughout the city. We want all people to be aware and alert. If you see any source of smoke or flame, immediately dial 911 and let us know about it. This is the start of a multiple-day weather event, so we're not through this yet. That's all I have. Now I'd like to turn it over to LAPD Chief Beck.
After Chief Beck, we'll have some information about school closures from Councilwoman Monica Rodriguez.
Good morning. Today we have the 210 freeway closed in both directions from Sunland to the 118 interchange. This is part of multiple closures that exist because of this fire. We ask the public, especially those that do not live in these neighborhoods, to please stay away. Do not become part of the problem. Additionally, if police officers and firefighters ask you to leave your home, please do. As the fire chiefs have said, as the mayor has talked about, this is going to be a multi-day event. This will not be the only fire. We're going to be hard-pressed to meet all the resource needs throughout the city and the county of Los Angeles due to this weather event. And if you stay in your homes, you cause our resources to be diverted to take care of you. You become part of the problem. So please do all you can to secure your goods, be ready, set, and go. With that, I'm going to bring up our great councilwoman from this region who has been not only part of this effort, but many previous efforts in the same venue.
Thank you, Chief. Good morning, everyone. Just to update for a number of the residents, and we experienced this during the recent Latuna fire, we have a great many members of the equestrian community that have evacuations currently mandated. The Hanson Dam Equestrian Center does currently have 40 remaining slots.